This is Margaret Ann Windsor. The name I have to use is Peggy Ann Dempsey. I'm married to Childers. I put all up on Facebook and YouTube about my kidnapping and what's going on with me. It's torture. I've put it up there, and it's felonies on top of felonies, but I can't get it prosecuted because of who kidnapped me and who I am, who brought me over here, and what's been done to me and my family here. Now, I just tried to put up a video now, and I got through and tried to listen to it again, and suddenly the voice went off, no sound. So I've had the last few days where I'm at, I've had them knocked off somehow. I don't know how they're doing it, but anyway, they're interfering with them. So I wanted to make this statement again. This part. Donald Trump is saying that he will have more jobs for you, Americans, if he's elected. Well, my point is, I like Donald Trump. I believe he's going to do, or at least make a good try to do what he says. And he's an outsider. He's not part of the Illuminati, is what it is. It's the New World Order, the global government that's in place now, and Hillary's just another high-ranking member. So he has no part of that, I don't believe. But my point in making this is she has touted the illegal immigrants. And of course, customs, a lot of times the people stick together. I mean, the Hispanics are going to stick with the Hispanics. They may be here so called illegally, but they're going to help their fellow countrymen, okay? Or race, if you want to say that, Hispanic. So these are here illegally, and how many over the years it should have been sent back immediately, really, and weren't. They were breaking the law. So this country, for whatever reason, and I think therein you should ask the question, why? Why has this been allowed to happen? And now then they have all these jobs, and the Americans are wanting Trump in, part of them, so that he can help them get jobs. Well, just think, what if all these illegal immigrants were shipped out? How many jobs would that leave you? Would you have? Ask yourself the question why Hillary Clinton and the Democratic Party is okaying and sanctioning the illegal immigrants being here. And what she's doing, she's having this gold seal. I'm sorry if I don't like the whole deal. She's using him too against Trump. His son was killed here. He was in the Army, U.S. Army. You know who I'm talking about, the man. He's Muslim. He's up there shaking his hand. Piece of the pie. Everybody had a piece of the pie. And the piece of the pie wasn't enough. They didn't have to do anything for it. They just became a citizen, and they can shake their hand. They can run amok. They can have homes and all the freebies that somebody else paid for. All right? So I'm here. I've put my story, at least part of it, up, and nobody wanted to hear it. Of what's been done to me. They're felonies on top of felonies and should have been prosecuted, and nobody cares to. I can't get anybody to prosecute it because they don't care, or they're afraid they'd be dead. It's just like the Justice Department is not going to prosecute Hillary Clinton. No one's going to prosecute it. They're afraid to because they'd lose their jobs or have a heart attack or die suddenly, okay, if they did. Now, I want to go back to the illegal immigrants. There's two sides here. The Brits were taken over when you took down the United States, and part of my own family, the Windsors, took out my dad with a lie, kidnapped me in 1941, and brought me over to Moulton, Alabama, and gave me another name. A dead girl, twins, Carl and Peggy. And they were killed by their mother, and I didn't find out until 1983 when I ran in a political campaign and was flown out to Larry Flint's because he had been shot in this whole mess, and he helped me. I didn't win it, but it was Congressman Dr. Larry McDonald when that plane went down. He was on the passenger. My point here is that the British, you went in and when you kidnapped me, and took out my dad. You went in with illegal treaties and took over everything British, just about. And you've created this whole scenario um, down in Honduras, all the fighting and all that's gone on. And that's where part of these so-called illegal immigrants have come from, because you invaded their country. You took it over. And all you have to do, I was watching a program in the night, and it was talking about British territories, British Somalia, um, not British, they were talking about United States, and that other places down the Caribbean, all over. Just stop and look at the map and see what is either U.S. territories, etc. It all was British. And I